Also good for a soundbite, Jack Brewer, the Brewer Group CEO, former NFL player and evangelist. Jack, you heard that reference that Kevin made to Karine Jean-Pierre and the old tweets that our own Peter Doocy raised. Why are Democrats rewarded and oftentimes celebrated for questioning election results, while Republicans are literally investigated and excoriated for doing the exact same thing?
It's really mind-blowing when you look at it. So the fact that these Democrats do exactly what they say Republicans do, but then the media gets behind them, and for some reason they're just allowed to change reality. We are all watching and seeing the tweet. We're all watching and hearing what comes out of their mouth, but yet some way they're able to pretend and really portray to the American people that they are not speaking what they're speaking. So it's just it's unbelievable to see what they've done in the mind games that they play with the American people. It's sad.
Overall, what do you think about this strategy that the president is using right now, not running on policy, not campaigning on any political issues? He's essentially saying, you may not like me, but you should hate the other guy more. How do you think that resonates with undecided voters?
Not very well. I mean, they're going to pay a grim price come November. The American people are truly ready for unity. Folks are done and sick and tired of bashing each other. Most of us have either Republican or Democratic folks that we love and respect. We may not agree on the politics, but to try to divide a nation to where hate just spews out of folks' mouths and out their hearts must come to an end. We have too much carnage happening on our streets. We have too many real issues that are affecting Americans. We have a massive inflation, and we have folks who are not even able to pay their bills that are hurting. And so people want to hear about these issues. People don't want to talk about, what the president feels and his emotions on what a MAGA Republican really means. When we all know, when we truly know that folks that are MAGA love this nation. They stick together, and they're trying to really save a country that we see that the moral fabric is just disappearing before our eyes.
Meantime, Jack, it is your life's work. You've said it on our show multiple times, to raise up our nation's kids, specifically those that don't have a lot of advantages. And now there's this. Parents are outraged over lower test scores, scrambling to find learning solutions. A really fascinating soundbite here from the National Parents Union co-founder and president, Carrie Rodriguez. Take a listen.
We've created a system that is addicted to a status quo, that doesn't work for our kids, and we don't even care because we don't care about the outcomes for kids. It's secondary. We now have data to quantify it. Now we're going to hold them accountable because we're mad as hell.
Jack, how do we reverse the damage that we have done to our children over the last 2 years? And by we, of course, I mean the Democrats and the teachers' unions, that symbiotic relationship that has set our nation back decades.
This has shined a nasty spotlight on a crisis that's happening in our country. Our public school system needs to be completely dismantled in the way that it's operated. And these issues happened way before COVID. COVID has just made all of us aware. I see it hands-on. If I take the kids that we serve, we see, I'm talking 3 to 4 years behind in reading. And when you're in the 4th or 5th grade, that's a lot. And these kids may never recover from this. We don't have the assistance at these schools. These schools are closing at 3 o'clock when you have kids going home that can't read and write, and particularly the poorest of the poor, particularly the fatherless and the kids that are in single family homes that don't have support when it comes to reading and math. They don't have support when it comes to studying for tests and things like that. We're better as a nation than what we're doing. This is a real crisis for billions of dollars to be poured into these school districts. Some school districts are spending $25,000 and $30,000 per child every year on education. And so it's really a disgrace to see so much waste and money being spent in kids not able to read and write. I don't know what's going to happen in our society. I tell you, you see that all the crime and all of these other issues that are happening right now, they're a result of a poor education system because we truly are not holding kids accountable. we don't have discipline in our schools. The same lawlessness that you see in our streets, we're also seeing in the schools. And so at some point, the system must change, and it's going to require us standing against the teachers' unions and standing against any other power or authority that wants us to take righteousness out of the school system.
Yeah, you also have the critical race theory element of all of this in school districts in Seattle and Oregon. Openly saying math is racist. Mathematics knowledge has been appropriated by Western culture because it equates mistakes to wrongness. We got to leave it here, but you just have to wonder how that benefits children in the long run. Jack, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
God bless you.
You too.
Likewise, Jack.